Do you sometimes feel like you're doing everything right? You're sacrificing your own time, your own energy, helping out, being there for friends, family, colleagues, just giving and giving and giving, not causing any conflicts, any problems, and yet people don't seem to respect you, they don't value you, they don't appreciate you, they take you for granted, and they may even take advantage of you. If this is you, then this video is also for you. Let's look at how we can turn that around, have people respect us, value us, not take us for granted, and most importantly, not take advantage of us. Om Namah Shivaya, Namaste, beautiful beings. I'm Yogi Shivananda. Today's topic is boundaries. I will share with you in this video why it's so important to set boundaries. And at the end of the video, I will also share with you a way to kind of ease into it, because if you're not used to setting boundaries, it can feel overwhelming, terrifying, and we just kind of freeze and we're not getting anywhere. So I will share with you a way that you can kind of ease into the process step by step, becoming an empowered person who have clear and defined boundaries. So one reason why it's so difficult to have clear and defined boundaries and express them is because there's a huge, deep, fundamental human longing to connect with a person, a community, to be part of something, to feel a sense of unity, right? But when we set those boundaries, it can sometimes feel like we're disconnecting, we're creating some separation, and it may feel like we're isolating ourselves, becoming alone, separated from everyone else. So instead, we do all kind of crazy things to be liked, to not cause any conflict, things that causes this feeling of disconnection, right? But actually what happens when we start setting those boundaries, we are clear about our rules, just like any game that we play. In any game, the foundation of the game are the rules, right? And the same for us. If we don't know the rules of the game, it's not a fun game to play, right? So if we don't have clear boundaries, clear rules, we're not going to be fun to be around. We're not going to be able to challenge anyone. We like to be challenged. There's really not much to respect, right? Because we just go along with everything, trying to please everyone, trying to live up to everyone else's expectations. So there's really not much to respect, and there is really not much to value in that. But this is something that we often choose to do, and we may do it again and again and again for years, desperately trying to feel that connection, but really what we're doing is the opposite. Like personally, I've done so many stupid things that didn't feel good with me, didn't feel right with me, but I did it because I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be liked. And I did things I'm not proud of because I was afraid of that disconnection. Let me know if you resonate with this, if you also have done this. Sometime in your life you've done something stupid. You knew it was stupid, but you did it because you were afraid of setting your boundaries. Right? And these things, we carry those things with us. When we do things that are not aligned with us, we will carry them with us for the rest of our lives, right? So the sooner we're able to set our boundaries, the better. Let me know in the comments if you have, if you also have experienced this. So by having clear and defined boundaries, we actually create something that people can connect to, and a place in which we can connect from, right? Because unless we're being fully authentic, we can't really connect. connection can only come from a place of authenticity, right? So once you set your boundaries, one of the first things that you'll start to notice is there will be a detox of your environment, your network, your circle, right? Because a lot of people may have grown accustomed to just taking from you, taking advantage of you, right? And once you start saying no to that, you will not tolerate this anymore. That will cause some reactions, and some people may get mad at you, and that's fine. Let those people go and invite in, open up space for new people to come in, people who love you for who you are, respect you, honor you, value you, appreciate you, does not take you for granted, and do not even try to take advantage of you, right? So there will be a cleanup, a detox of your network, which is maybe a painful thing, but a beautiful process in the end. So if you want to start setting those boundaries, but you don't really know how and where, how to begin, it feels overwhelming, you don't really know how to start, I will share with you a process. First thing you need to do is to reflect, because most likely you are unfamiliar about your boundaries. If you've never set your boundaries, you don't really know where they are. So spend some time and reflect upon where your boundaries goes when it comes to your family, your partner, your colleagues. What can you tolerate and what can't you tolerate? Where is that boundary? So spend some time just reflecting upon that. Write it down. Try to define your boundaries as clear as possible, right? Once you've done that, I want you to write down all the incidences where you feel like you should have set a boundary, or you could have set a boundary but you didn't. Write it all down and categorize them into 5 columns. The first column should be like the easiest boundaries that you can set. Could be things like, actually I don't want to watch this movie, can we watch this instead? Or I don't want that for dinner, can we have this instead? Or please knock on the door next time you come in. You know, like very simple things that you feel like you could do today. You have the confidence to do it today, right? So write that in the first column. In the 5th column is the things that just seem impossible, terrifying boundaries to set. And just, you know, from 1 easy and up until 5 the most difficult. So you're categorizing them. Once you've done that, then look at the reoccurring events. Are there some things that happen on a daily basis, or are there any possibilities on a daily basis in which you could set your boundary? Are there any situations that you can set your boundary? And that comes every day, right? Again, follow the columns. So you have 1 column with reoccurring events, things that happen on a daily basis where you can set a very easy boundary that you can do today. The 2nd column, things that you can almost do, but it's a bit too scary. You don't really feel like you're able to do it just yet. Thirdly, it's difficult. 4th, very difficult, and 5th, feels impossible. So once you have spent some time creating this form, then this is going to be your progress. You start by playing around in the 1st column, setting those boundaries. By doing so, you start to feel some mastery, you gain some confidence, you're breaking patterns, and you empower yourself. You empower yourself enough to jump into the 2nd column, and then you play around in the 2nd column, right? You do the same things, You empower yourself until you're ready to step into the third column, and then you step into the fourth and the fifth. And as you go along with this, every day before you go to bed, write a journal, reflect upon the day. What boundaries did you set? What boundaries didn't you set? How did it feel? How did it go? Just reflect upon your progress, because it's so easy to get distracted. We forget about the whole thing. So having like a daily journal keeps the process alive. You know, it's like a fire. We have to put some wood on the fire every once in a while, right? So every night, write a journal, keep the process alive, and then stay consistent with that. You'll start to notice the difference. And let me know of how it goes. Let me know of the benefits that you feel. If any problems comes along, let me know. I'll help you out. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Yogi Shivananda signing out. Have a beautiful day. Many blessings. Much love to you and your loved ones. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste.